Hey, good morning, guys. So I was trying to wait until right on time to start this, and I thought there's not that many people watching it live right now, so we really don't even have to worry about that. Let me get this thing set up better. So I have a lot of stuff to show you guys today. I hope you guys watch this video because it's going to have a lot of good stuff in it. So where to start? I've got so much stuff here. Okay, so the breakfast for today just says gal. Greens, avocado, lemon. The reason that it just says gal is because I want you guys to use day 7, and I want you to create your own meal 1. Your greens are a given. Your greens, your avocado, and your lemon is every single day, both meals. Okay, but as far as what you're gonna have with that, come up with something on your own. I've got some avocado toasty and some fresh strawberries. That's my day 1. Get this stuff out of the way as I show you because I don't have enough room today. Alrighty. Okay, and then for our our meal number 2, we have cauliflower mash. Maybe that doesn't seem like that big of a deal to you guys, but this stuff is so good. And I'm going to teach you an extra recipe today. You get a bonus recipe that you can use with your mash. Okay, so steamed broccoli, easy enough, right? And then I had leftover Brussels sprouts, which I kind of sauteed up and fried them kind of crispy and brown, and I put a little garlic in there, a little tiny bit of avocado oil, a little bit of vegan butter, salt, garlic powder, minced garlic, and a few of my little fake and bacon bits. Okay, those are out of the way. All right, so first I'm going to show you the garlic or the cauliflower mash. Okay, so the first thing you do after you steam your cauliflower, you got to get some of the moisture out of it. And sometimes mine are really wet and sometimes they're not really wet. So it's kind of, you just don't ever really know. So just put them in a, look at, not hardly any wetness coming out at all. But the towel itself is getting wet. So that's taking probably all the wetness for me. Oh, there comes some. Oh yeah, see it? I'm going to squeeze out that extra water. Oh yeah, it's a lot more than it looked like it was going to be. And I keep thin towels like this around just for this kind of stuff. Get that water out of there. Trust me, it will make it so much better. It's kind of warm, so you have to let it cool off a little bit. My cauliflower was just finished steaming not too long before this video. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. Looks like a little ball. Look how much water. That's like 2/3 cup of water at least. Oops. And it wasn't even acting like it was going to have any water to start with, but it did. Okay, now I've done this several ways. I've smashed it with a regular smasher. I've done it all kinds of ways. I'm going to tell you right now, the very best way is in your processor, blender, whatever you want to call this. Mine is a Ninja processor. Just get it in here. Get it all off your rag because it probably stuck to it. This was a whole head. It wasn't a giant head. It wasn't a small head. It was kind of a medium-sized one. It will definitely make enough for 2 of us. I don't feed my roommate on Saturdays, so this will be for me and my husband later. And I will probably make him a Beyond Burger or something to go with this. Or an Impossible Burger or whatever the heck he's wanting. Or maybe some brats. I don't know. Whatever he wants. Okay, so you got your cauliflower in your processor. You're going to add some of your pea base. How much pea base? I would say if you got a medium-sized head of cauliflower, put in about 1/3 of a cup of pea base. That's what I'm starting with. Where is my special thing I made? Oh, and in a little pot, add some avocado oil, a little bit of your vegan butter, quite a bit actually, and some minced garlic, and let that cook down until the minced garlic was really, really cooked. You want this in here. Oh, this is what makes this so yummy. This is what makes this a garlic explosion. And even with adding all that garlic, you still want a little bit of garlic powder. I use my specialty salt on this one because I love this salt. I talk about it a lot, Malden salt. I love Malden salt. I love just everything about Malden salt. And you don't have to use as much. It goes a lot further. It's just so good, guys. A little bit of black pepper in here. Okay, and I hit a score. I scored yesterday on the Ripple half and half. Usually it's like almost $5 a thing. I got it for $2.49 yesterday. I got 4 of them because they're good until September. All right, so we'll put that in after we get this a little bit. After we get this a little bit ready. Okay, so hang on for a second. Okay, come on. Every day. I don't know why this isn't working now. Alright, so once you got it kind of starting to mix up in here, start adding your cream in, your heavy duty whipping cream. Heavy duty half and half, whatever you want to call it. I love this stuff. It took me about 15 minutes to steam my cauliflower to get it steamed enough. You don't want this to be al dente. You want this to really be steamed well, because if it's not steamed well, it's not going to turn into a nice smooth mash. Oh, this smells so good. I cannot wait for dinner. This smells so good. Which is a lie, because I can wait for dinner. I'm not hungry, but it just smells so good. Looking forward to it. How's that? Let me get more of my half and half. Not a lot. I just splash it in a little bit of time until I get this creamy consistency that I'm wanting. Oops, almost there. Looking beautiful. Looking beautiful. Scraping down the sides of this because you got to get all this nice and creamy together. My husband used to hate mashed cauliflower until we started doing it like this, and I love it. Kids love it. Everybody loves it. Oh yeah, I think this is done, you guys. Oh my goodness. So good. Let me show you what this looks like here. Let me get out the big thing here. This is so good. It's garlicky, it's creamy, it's got the heavy cream in it, so it's got an extra umami flavor, it's got the butter flavor. And the butter from the oil and garlic mix kind of browns a little bit, so it's got a brown butter flavor. Oh, so good. So good. Look at this. Look how nice and smooth and creamy that is. Is that not beautiful? It's beautiful. It's going to be a great addition to this. All right, let me get this out of the way because, like I said, I'm showing you guys a special recipe today. We won't be eating this. All right, so I think we're done with. No, we're not done with that. We actually need that. Okay, so we got a little induction burner on here. Let's get it heating up. This is the pan that I fried my Brussels sprouts in, and I did not wipe it out because I wanted the oil in there, I wanted the garlic in there, I wanted all those little umami flavors in there. And this is a bowl of leftover mushrooms from the week. I had to have that, but I couldn't waste it. Just going to finish smashing up the ones that aren't smashed up yet. Remember I told you, if you're not doing nothing fancy where they need to be all sliced and pretty, Just smash them up. Works fine. Some of them are already cut up in here. They're from the other day. I always have these bowls of vegetables and mushrooms and things like that ready to go. Makes cooking and makes throwing things together really fast and really easy. Okay, and I have some leftover garlic from this morning. I'm going to put that in here with my mushrooms just to get it out of the way. I don't need this right now. Alright, here's my broth that I already made. I keep broth made. You can use whatever you make your broth out of, and a really simple broth that you can make yourself is using, I don't know if any of you guys use this. Vegemite, Marmite, it's an Australian project. I personally love it. You can use this with some browning sauce and some beef bouillon to make your own. It's really simple. Really, really simple, and it works every time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add my spices and stuff that I need to this. I'm adding some dry onion. There's not a rhyme or reason to how much you use, just however much you guys like it, that's how much you're going to use. I'm going to add some onion powder. This is a new one. You can always tell a new one, right? I don't know what's going on with this lid. I had the same problem today. So, you know, like I start out with maybe half a teaspoon or so of each one. If it's not enough, you can always add more. You can't take it away, but you can always add more. Garlic powder. We love garlic. I know by now you guys have seen that there's a huge push for garlic in our house. But remember, garlic is very good for, it's like an antibiotic. It's very good for your blood. It's very good for your nervous system. It's very good for so many things that use your garlic. Garlic is good for you. Just going to mix those in there a little bit. Does that get hot? Yes, it is. And a little bit of avocado oil. That is probably a half a teaspoon. So has anybody figured out what your special recipe is going to be? I'm showing you guys how to make some really quick and easy mushroom stroganoff, and it is so good on top of the cauliflower mash. Oh, it's already sizzling! Yay! And we do need some butter in here because I'm going to tell you right now, you cannot make this without butter. This is a very heavy. This meal is very heavy on the butter, on the oils and stuff like that. It's going to be one of your greasier, oilier dishes. So good, I promise, so good. So we're gonna let this melt down and start cooking. And then we're gonna add our half and half. We're gonna add our browning mix, and we're gonna saute with our beef broth. Not that. Okay, so while that's starting to get ready. Oh, I gotta show you guys. Remember the jacket I had on yesterday, and I thought it was my big one, right? Because it was so loose. This is my big one. I literally I can take the jacket almost all the way sideways. It's so big. I cannot believe how big this is. And it's just a fit me, guys. This is my chef jacket way back when. Back in the day. Can't believe it. Okay, so while that's doing its thing there, I'm going to show you guys how to make one of our very favorite salads. Okay, so I have a bowl full of spinach here. I just tear this. I don't really chop it. I just tear this. Spinach is easy, especially baby spinach. It's real tender. So just tear it up really good. Okay, I've already squirted it with some lemon, and I'm going to have lemon in my little sauce stuff here, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so in this, I have some red onions. I have some pepperoncinis. Pepperoncinis, I don't know. I'm not sure one way or the other how you say that. I have some green olives that I'm going to actually cut up because they're really big boys, and you don't need them to be that big for this. So I'm cutting them into probably four pieces. Drop them in there. Waiting for my mushrooms to start cooking. Okay, that's all we needed. Then we're going to throw in a few of these really super ripe sweet strawberries that I just bought. And I had already slice it, but the big pieces are big, so I'm going to just chop it in half. We love strawberries. It's definitely my favorite berry. I love raspberries too, though. But raspberries are so soft when they're ripe that you can't really put them in salads and stuff very easily. Okay, you can always put more fruit in, more olive in, more whatever that stuff is that you want. Okay, here is the BioLife feta cheese that is only 3 carbs per ounce, and I never use that much of this. I've never once used a whole ounce of this. And this is for 2 people, so it's going to be about 1.5 carbs. Not even worth counting, right? So it's very wet inside, it has water in it. So we're going to throw that out here. I'm just going to chop me off a little piece. Dry it off a little bit because it's very wet. Oh, it smells so good in here between this fresh smelling salad and this pan of stuff. Oh. Okay, so I just take my feta cheese and I just kind of break it into pieces. Like I said, you don't have to use. You could use a whole. You could use the whole 1 ounce if you wanted to. If you wanted to use a whole serving, feel free. All right, that is your beautiful salad. It looks good, doesn't it already? Okay, so now we got an onion here. An onion. Does that look like an onion? How about a lemon? That was too funny. We have a lemon here. We're going to use a whole lemon. So all the juice from this lemon. All that I can get out of it. And because this lemon was so small, I think I'm going to use my lime juicer. Because sometimes the lemon juicer just cannot get it all because it's tiny. And look at all the rest of that juice that was still in there. That was a lot of juice I would have missed out on. So it's good to have a small and a big one of these. And there's a little bit of seeds in here. Get your seeds out. You don't want people biting into a seed. Of course, it doesn't want to come out. Get the seeds out. I do like when I use the lemon zester because it actually puts some of the pulp in here. And I like that. Okay. So you've got your lemon juice in your thing. You're going to use extra virgin cold pressed olive oil. Just dump some in there. Maybe a quarter of a cup. You don't have to use this all. I have some garlic and herb seasonings. You can use any kind of seasonings in here you want. I don't know why I always do that because it doesn't come out. You do not have to use what I'm using. You can use any kind. A little whisk. Hold on, let me give this a stir. Oh, this is ready. Put a little pinch of salt in your dressing. You gotta have a little bit of salt in there, guys. Not a lot. And that's it. And that will go on the salad when we're ready to eat it. I do not put it on my salad before we're ready. Okay, so can you guys see? Now usually I have more mushrooms than this. I'm just using what I have left over. I didn't go buy any extra ones or anything. You guys see how nice and brown everything's getting? Now remember, this was 3 kinds of mushrooms. This is portobello, crimini, and shiitake. Oh God, it smells so good. Once you get it to this point, you're gonna pour in a little tiny bit of your beef broth. Like, I don't know, maybe a tablespoon. And you're gonna put in a half of a capful of your browning liquid. I love browning sauce. I love it. It does things to food that you have to use it to understand. Now, half and half. Pour it in here. Don't over pour. Pour a little bit, stir it in. Remember, stroganoff is supposed to have a nice, thick, creamy consistency. this will do that. You don't need flour. You don't need any kind of a thickener in this. But if you pour too much too fast, it will not thicken up. I don't know why. I tried to pour a whole bunch one time and let it thicken up. It took forever to reduce down. So just put a little bit in it. As soon as it's nice and mixed in, put a little bit more. Smells heavenly. This is one of our very favorite side things is a stroganoff. I actually make this quite a bit. It's good on toast. It's so good on the toast, you guys. It's good on everything. It's just good. It's good on cauliflower rice. It's really good on the cauliflower mash. Oh God, it's so good. And I'm always happy because I buy so many mushrooms that I always have mushrooms. I actually have another whole basket of mushrooms that haven't been opened in there. I just didn't want to open them up. This is plenty for me and my husband to have on our little dinner we'll have later after we work in the yard today. Alright, that's going to do it for me. Now, if you wanted to, if you got to this point, let's say that you wanted to make this your protein dish. If you wanted to, you could toss in some of your pea base, and that would also thicken it. And you could, you know what? You could toss some tahini in here if you needed to thicken it for some reason. If you made a big pan full and it got too runny, which would give it a really cool flavor too. There you go. Mushroom stroganoff to go with our cauliflower mash, garlic cauliflower mash with our feta salad. That is going to be a beautiful plate later. Beautiful. All right, guys, that's it. Day 7, 1 week, done this. We do have a live Zoom at noon today. From the sounds of it, doesn't sound like anybody's coming, but I will do the Zoom anyway. All right, if you're going to be there, I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Huh.